I was doing laps around the hallway. And I just LDS chapels, they're like a track. They come back around because there's a lot of kids in LDS chapels and parents need to be able to catch them. So if your kid starts running at some point, you can stand somewhere and they'll have to loop around to you. So I'm doing these laps in there, and I get a little tired, and I see the door to the elders quorum meeting open, and I was like, oh, let me see what they're talking about in here. So I go in, and they're in the middle of this discussion about should moving ward members be a duty of the men at church. And so I didn't even know that was the thing that they talked about. So I'm like, look at the men engaged in discussion. Let me hear what they're saying. So they're talking. Different people have different ideas about that. Some of the men said, if we can help, people helped me in the past, and so if I can help, I'll always do that. Some people said, it's really hard in my life right now. We're a busy family. I just really don't have time for that. And then one man said, you could pass that clipboard as many times as you want to. I will never put my name on it because it is my responsibility to teach people self-reliance. And if you can't afford movers, then you can't afford to move. So what they need to do is get off their butts, get a job, and hire a moving man. And I was like, ooh. So I backed up. And I was like, Lord, let me stop eavesdropping on the men and get myself back to Relief Society where the comments might be crazy, but at least this church is still true over there. Amen. Amen. But after hearing that, I thought to myself, how many times have I been in a position where I could extend love, but I didn't because I thought that I was teaching some higher calling? And the answer was, even if I looked into myself, way too many times. And I started to read this to try to think about that, think about how I could change that in my life. And I came across this talk by Brother Russell T. Osgood-Thorpe, and in it he said, what if our only motive were love? What if everything we did out of love? We can even do good things with less than laudable motives. Motives matter. It's important to remember that we should not try to judge another's motives, but we can judge our own motives. We need to look inside and take stock. Are we doing what we do out of love, or has some other motive taken over? And this is one of my favorite talks. So I was inspired to do this little challenge, and I decided I want to go 24 hours where my only motive in everything I do, every word, every action, every deed, is love.